You know, sometimes there's things that happen in life that change you. This is one of them. So I had to abort my procedure, and that's just all I'm going to say for now. But I just want to have a chat about the macro system of life. What it means to be alive, what it means to be going through the different stages of life. I want to talk real philosophical here. My stutterers settled down. Last night was ridiculous. And when I was like frustrated at times, rushing back and forth to the toilet, I was trying to, I'm in a frustrated state. I'm autistic, right? I'm sensory overloaded. And I'm like trying to communicate to Matt, and I'm frustrated, and I'm like, it's terrible. Anyway, that's not what this is. My brain is broken. Anyways, that's the one what it's about. It's about life. Not medical, not disability, not labels. Life. What is life about? How come life is so beautiful and humans destroy it? Why? Don't you remember sitting by streams and thinking, oh, that's so beautiful? Haven't you climbed a rock and gone, oh, I conquered the world just then? Haven't you ever looked how dirty you are and gone, I've had a damn good day? So I've just got to just do what I'm just feeling in my gut I'm intended to do. Be free. I don't think we know what it's like to be free anymore. The world is a prison. The world is a prison. It is such a prison. And even those of you that's life is good, and even when my life has been good, and I've had a lot of good moments in my adult life, some good moments in my childhood, and I'll tell you this, when things are good, you still know that things could be really bad. You always still know that, right? Unless you're a very small child. That's just a evolution of age groups, right? Why is life so beautiful? Why are human beings? You see, the ones that are so beautiful. I'm talking about soul. I'm not talking about beauty, this crap. Okay, forget this shell thing. I'm so over that. Okay, I don't want to ever talk about that, because my absolute drawing to another human being is always their vibe, which means their personality, their behaviors, their attitude, the way they carry themselves, the way they talk to others, the way they talk to me, the way they make me feel, the way they make others feel. Everything is about that. I don't care about that. There's so many angels, right? Why do people love hurting people, each other? I'm not talking about just that, oh, I'm frustrated and you snap at someone, your loved one or whatever, and that's just natural, happens, right? And then you apologize and you realize, oh, whoops, sorry, I didn't mean that. Like, just those things. I'm not talking about that. I guess it's like looking at the difference between a pathological lie and a white lie, right? There's differences because it's not black and white. There's so much grey. But why are people loving at the moment being really mean to each other? needing to have power over someone, which that's really not that. If you want to look at the nastiest thing you could do to someone is to have complete power over them, right? It's nasty. I don't have that need. I don't need to control another person. Everyone could walk out of my life. I could be a lone wolf. I've got me. You don't need anyone else. A lot of you out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm one of those strong people. And that's because of the bad shit that's happened to me. It's made me strong. And I thank those people for that. Because that's the gift they didn't think they were giving me. They thought, didn't they? They were breaking me. You just made me so strong. I have 22 and I'm still alive. Without medical care, I'm still alive except for with my GP. So let me back up on that. Okay. That is a different story. But the rest of them, no. They couldn't care if I died or not. That's just how life is. Clock in, clock out. Clock in, clock out. Clock in, clock out. Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. Prison. It's just like if any of you are psychology people and you've looked at psychology studies and you've looked at psychology, say 101, think of it as just being the mouse that just presses this little thing or touches its nose on this thing and a little treat comes out, and so you keep doing it and you keep doing it and then that keeps happening. You keep doing it. Don't ask me for the theorist's name, like, because you know what, my brain, okay, I did this in the 2000s and 2025 I've not stopped studying it, and I'm more on the alternative realm of psychology now, not in the mainstream. I hate the mainstream realm. Hate it. But my brain has been fried by a lot of seizures. All right, Max. Just Max comes. Okay. Hi, Max. Hi. Would you like to say hi? Are you gonna right? So it's the back of your head. Rude. Okay. Cats. We all know cats are assholes, but we love them. Because you know what why I love, look, I love all animals. Don't just let's not get, I am not racist. I'm not. Animals of any kind, even the ones that try and kill you, I will protect them. So, and yeah, don't be racist either. But always judge the person. But basically, doesn't matter what animal it is, but I'll tell you about cats, okay? You do have to earn their respect. Dogs, easy, right? They're easy to please. Let's be honest. One pat, happy. They're really happy. Cats, sometimes you go to pat them and they go, not right now. And it's like, ooh. Now, in the people world, we seem to have been programmed into thinking that there's one or the other. I gotta get killed or I've got to be killed or I've got to kill. Okay, that's being dramatic. Let's put this in. I'm being very philosophical here, and most people are going to go, why aren't you talking about that? What does make sense? Okay, let's talk about it this way. There's two types of people in the human world. There's, it's going to be mine, or someone else is going to take it. I don't know what the fuck that just meant. Let me rethink how to explain this. There are some people that think they have to be really nasty to succeed. And there are also people that are trying to make up for those nasty ones by going around going, oh, I've got to fix everything. And they might also be, doing well by doing that. Unfortunately, most of us don't do well by doing that, but some luckily do get paid for actually doing that. People in the care profession, basically, I guess is what I'm pointing out. Because them going around and making things better for the a-holes in the systems or whatever. And if they're coming in trying to make it better, great. But any other profession, no. It's just like, I have to get this because I need this. There's very much individualism. Community's gone, family's gone, unconditional love. What was that? Not even in relationships anymore. You fucking did this, I'm done. Bye. Don't like you anymore. After mistakes. Fuck yeah, people are going to make mistakes. Do you not think in marriages, I'm not talking about 20 years, I'm talking about 30, 40, 50, 60. Is there 70? Yes, it's possible actually. It's possible, isn't it? Say 70 years, because it's possible. Ask any of them. Look up online. There's plenty of stories about these types of people, and they will say the same thing. Is sticking out no matter what. You are a team, and you just work through it. Oh, you suck for this. You need to fix that. I'm going to help you though. Oh, you found at it again. I'm going to still help you though. And some people might say, well, there's limits on that. Well, yeah, but that's a very small percent. That comes back to the abortion argument. Small percent of abortions are needed compared to what? If you look into the stats, compared to what people were getting them for, the reasons were just because. That's not a good reason, but that's what they were getting them for. So I'm not talking about that tiny percent that we all know there's a reason sometimes. We all get that. So it's not black and white. Same thing with this. Okay? At the end of the day, there is only a small percentage of people that need to just not be in society. Absolutely. But that needs to be quite extreme. Oh my goodness, I'm being attacked by my cat. 2 seconds, my kitten is taking the camera. Okay. I took the chance to go to the door and too, but the cat, I'll tell you what, he's a bubba. He's a bubba. Okay. His head is just... Alright. The point of this conversation... Why do I keep getting told that people are just like this because people are mean, because people are psycho, because people are evil, because it's just getting out of hand, this world, and we all know it. I see people living in their cars. I go to the shop and I go to get in my car. I see someone open the boot of their car and they're living in their car. Australia's a first world country. These are people that are not drug addicts people. These are people that if you saw their car and you saw what they're wearing and what they look like and how clean they are and how presentable they are, you'd go, this person is just a person who can't afford $1,000 a week rent for a small home. Maybe they don't feel safe to do room share. I wouldn't. I'm a vulnerable person. This world is falling apart. And some people can look away, but I can't. I'm seeing it because I don't look away. Some might say it's a choice, absolutely. And if you're choosing to look away, I think you need to start to look. Because this isn't the person's problem that's homeless only. This is all of our problem, actually. Because what if it was you that was on the street? Without it being due to your fault. Funny that. Because there's a lot of people in Australia homeless. It's not their fault. They've done nothing wrong. There's families that are working full time, 2 incomes, that are living in tents. I'm sorry, but have they done something wrong? No. This is not normal. We are more than prisoners. What are we? This is like war prisoners. War prisoners. War prisoners. Prisoners that aren't only like controlled like this. to the point where you want to break. They want to control everything we do. I'm surprised we don't get charged to breathe the oxygen in the air at this point in Australia. I'm surprised that I don't have to pay to breathe the oxygen. As a person that's like an empath here, and most autistics are, I can't stand seeing this world like this. Just can't look away. Those smaller old ladies have always done that. And old men that are just shuffling along. They look so lonely. Their kids probably don't visit, you know. Like they're just, and these are they're still people. They're still alive. They're fun. Look at TikTok. Didn't that prove that? Isn't it funny how everyone used to think that, oh, Nana and Pa are idiots. Oh, Nana and Pa are old. Look at TikTok. That means you've unlocked that lock that you put on them. You locked up their mind from living while they're still alive. You did that, including dementia patients. And I'm glad that TikTok, out of one thing, they exposed how beautiful these people are. And you all fell in love with them. Funny that, isn't it? Yeah. But yet in real life, just like love on the spectrum, oh, it's so, yes, it's so autistic. It's so, I get it. But when you see us in the real world, you're like, that's weird. That's not okay. That's just stupid. You're stupid. In real life, it's not like that. And it's the same with the elderly. You see them on, I see people walk past them all the time and just disrespect them, disregard them, not support them. Yet on TV, it's, oh, look how cute they are. Oh, it's a cute lady, cute old man, cute couple. Oh. You don't care, though. Why are we so heartless? Why? I grew up in streets watching grown men just pass their lawnmowers to each other, knowing that this guy over here is struggling, right? And so this guy over here, he's like, he's got the money, he's got a good lawnmower, hey, use mine. What happened to that? My grandfather used to do the same thing. Someone's on the side of the road and they're a young family or a family, he'll get them on the road for free. Because that's what you do. Not everything's for money. Not every action we take on this earth should be for money or with something back or with expectation of that person giving back to us. That's how I do my charity. I just give to people without any expectation. That person could end up being an enemy. It doesn't matter. I gave in absolute good faith and there's no regrets at all. That is life for me. That's my way of giving to others who I think need something and I see an opportunity. This is how we all should be. A collab, a co-op, whatever you want to call it. Why do you think people are turning to God? Because they miss the discipline of that. The discipline's healthy, it's needed, it's good, it's healthy. Just like what you eat and what environment you might be in. Life is full of so many of those needs. But all I see is you go to the shops, you feel like a prisoner. Because when you're in that shop, you're stealing. Notice? We're all constantly being surveilled, stalked, guys. When I used to work in retail, I was told, unless you have real good reason to suspect someone's stealing, you're not allowed to do any of these behaviors back towards them. Yet this is all happening on film. How do we know those filming are appropriate? We don't. How do we know that this system is foolproof? Because it's done by artificial intelligence. It makes mistakes all the time. Anyway, there's this other example. Self-serve. And it's not about doing it yourself. I'm a go-getter. I love being, I do it to my detriment with my condition. Because, as I said, I've got fatigue. It's ironic. I have ADHD. I love being active. I don't care about doing self-serve. It's not, that's not the problem. It's the face-to-face. It's having a chat to someone. And them having someone chat to them while they work. It's called living. Instead of like, that's a slave. You work for a corporation. All you do is you say, thank you, goodbye. Thank you for shopping at Woolworths, whatever. Okay, say if there was a script, which it pretty much is. That's not how you treat humans. That's not how the worker should be having to act like. That's not healthy. This lack of face-to-face having social media. So sad. It's just destroyed the human race. People are not happy. And you can all say, oh yeah, but I am. You all not happy with this world. I know you're not. Think about what you turn to cope, because you know that the world isn't a good place for you even. You all know it's not for yourselves for different reasons. Everyone's got different reasons. But the fact is, this world isn't good for any of us. Us humans need to do better, but the people that have the power to allow us to do better won't let us. I want to live off grid. Self-sufficient. There's so many clever systems that can be built to make you live off self-sufficiency. It's just stupid. It's all designed to keep you in this circus of paying bills to certain people, corporations. You're owned. Nothing's free. And you can't even legally escape and go to the bush, build a log cabin and live off the land. That's illegal. So if that's illegal, you're not free. You're not free. And that, as a spiritual gypsy warrior person, that's just wants that freedom. Grew up on that freedom. I've actually felt it before. That's what makes it even harder. I'd give anything to go back in time, especially like prong rubs was the biggest, even more than Denmark, self-sufficiency and people of a community of smarts and purity. Like the Amish, just purity. So many ways. And I know nothing's perfect. I'm not stupid. But it's better than this city life crap. It just is. It just is. But it's breaking my heart. I went into social welfare. I went into psychology. I really care about the human. So when I say to you guys, love, die, I love you all. Because you're all worthy and good people who are just trying to get by. And if you're connecting with me, that means that you are probably similar to me, which means you care too. And I care about people who care. I really, really do. The people who don't care, yeah, I get mad at. I don't have all the answers, but I just know that how we're living right now is so toxic. The human race is going the wrong direction. And as someone who has done anthropology, sociology, philosophy, and psychology, I'll tell you this, formerly tertiary, I'm very concerned at the future of society around the world, not even just Australia. Of course, Australia might be one of the first to crash, but I don't know. Like, I don't see, unless we have a movement, maybe, I don't know, a revolution. I just don't know. All I see is gloom. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to live like that. But I'm just saying that's what I see society doing. Because I don't consider myself society. Because I don't want to associate with sickness. Mental sickness. I do not want to associate with mental sickness. I'm over here and I'm studying and watching and analysing what is right and wrong. And that's how I'll direct my life. And of course, I have to check with Jesus because, you know, he's the boss of me. But I'm watching and I'm listening and I'm learning. And all I know is my gut, how I'm living, doesn't feel healthy. And I need to make changes. Because you only live once. And with my short life, I want to live it well. This isn't living. And sometimes when you have had idiots around you, and when I say idiots, some of them are just innocent, they're just going through their own phases. Some people are actual just assholes, pretty much, yes. Doesn't matter which intention it comes from, you need to get away from it because it's called self-preservation. It's called self-respect and giving yourself the life that you deserve because no one's going to do it for you. Okay, it's our responsibility to make ourselves happy, not our partner, not anyone else, ourselves. So I'm going to work out of what I can and can't do, depending on my condition, of course, what I'm going to do with my life. I have no idea what that looks like. I have no idea. But all I know, there's no going back now. There's been a switch in my head of like, I just can't explain it. I wish I could because maybe some of you autistics out there or just some of you out there are just thinking, I really relate to this. Like, I really need to know what this is so I can sort out mine, you know. Like, so if you're feeling this way, comment below if you want to. But is this a universal thing going on around the world? But I'm not someone just to sit back and go, yeah, society's just deteriorating. It is what it is. No, I need to analyze and look at it and go, well then I need to adjust to make myself feel like it's tolerable for me. Just like, guys, everyone just does what makes them happy. And that doesn't mean that you do it to the detriment of making everyone else around you miserable because you're being selfish. You're going, I'm going to make myself happy. I don't care if you're unhappy. That is your problem. There is a certain degree there where with certain relationships around you, it's a two-way street. So don't forget that bit. So long as you're not disrespecting someone else's needs as well, if something's a joint thing or something's a connected thing, if it's a certain type of relationship, a family relationship, whatever. But I'm just saying, do what makes you happy. But more importantly, and happiness is contentment, not excitement. Don't confuse the two. Psychology here. Don't confuse the two. So often people think that happiness means that I'm excited all the time and I'm smiling all the time. No, it's being content. Like Zen, you know, being content, being okay with everything. Nothing's perfect or imperfect. It's just kind of like flowing, and it's up and down and it's all over the shop, but it's okay. And you know that everything's just going to be okay. That's happiness. It's the truth. I'm talking about, I feel spiritually, mentally, in all faculties of that area, that I'm just not living a life that's in alignment of me. I need to change it. And I need to do some deep thinking. Meaning, you know, the types of things like I used to do and when I was young, because I've grown up on a hobby farm a lot off and on, like a lot in the country, you know, like I need to sit on a moss rock in the sun and just go, oh my gosh, tell me. I'd give anything to just be back at the prawn grubs where we used to be, right? I used to walk out the front. I used to look at the sleeping lady. Sterling Ranges, if you really want to know the geographical name of it. But she's the sleeping lady to me. I used to talk to her. That's my way of connecting with the earth, the world, and I guess as an autistic, my little world. And that's how I work out what Dyan needs, wants. And that includes just everything. Like I'm talking about massive life shifting stuff. There's a lot that I just have to come to terms with. I think I am. And I think I'm at the point where it's like a reset. So watch this space. I'll let you know more later. Comment below what you see in me. If you wish, comment below what you're going through if you're relating to any of this. Just feel free to comment. Definitely subscribe if you haven't seen me before, because I need new friends. Just know you guys give just as much back to me as what I hope I'm giving to you anyway. I hope my videos, I guess that's why you stick it around, but I hope that my videos are showing you the love that I do have for you, because this community is so important to me. And every day, that's why I make a video, because you guys are part of my day. So I thank you for that. Because without you guys, who am I talking to? A tripod and a phone? It's pretty embarrassing, right? Like, what a reject. Anyway, signing off as the weirdo to all the other weirdos that I love to bits. You guys. Bye.